Chipping is the other most important thing I teach people. Once you've hit a succession of successful full swings down the golf course, golf is a cross-country journey, you're somewhere near the green, and if you can get the ball onto the green in somewhat close proximity to the hole, you're probably having a good time. It's a difficult shot though. It's moving very slowly, easily deflected, your club can get stopped and the ball go a yard. It's just an annoying shot when it goes wrong. So first of all we have to get the architecture correct, and it begins with the grip. You start by gripping with the club face open, you grip down the shaft a little bit, and you just twist the hands back a little so that the club looks semi-open. This sets the wrists in a position where they articulate correctly, particularly the left wrist. Then with the posture, we have the shoulders square, but in fact turn the feet slightly to the left. You can't see my feet just now, but I'll show you in a second. And we rock the shoulders. A chip shot is more of a Ferris wheel movement than a carousel. We're not spinning. And so we rock the shoulders. There may be a little flex of the wrists at the end of the swing. But very importantly, the knees have to be set correctly too. And the way we do that correctly is to sink both knees over the left toe. I'm going to show you that right now. You'll notice that I've set 7 balls in a diagonal row, each one separated by about the width of another ball, and sloping to my view toward 130 on a clock face. Purpose of this is to ask you to hit each successive ball without touching the one in front of it. If you were to touch the one in front of it, you've done something that leads to one of the most horrific of the bad shots in golf, a shank. So if you can avoid touching its neighbor as you hit the first ball, you've probably got that under control, a secondary benefit of today's lesson. Grip with the club slightly open, bring it back to nearly open. Turn the feet but not the shoulders and sink the knees. Rock the shoulders and hit following through, keeping this shaft looking up under your left armpit. Can you hit 7 in a row successfully? 1, 2, 'The next skill that we'd like to train revolves around the activity of the club face. People don't know that they do this. At the end of an otherwise successful chip shot swing, they just flip the club open. It's very inadvertent, very sudden, it's not detectable, but it's very costly. It usually leads to chunking or blading or shanking, the 3 obviously principal errors with chipping. And so, since it's indetectable and inadvertent, we're going to reverse that process. We're going to ask that you swing back, and in the last 3 inches of the backswing, feel like you just slightly close the club face. It won't actually happen, but at least you won't be going in the other direction. If you can do a close-up of this with your own camera reviewing your own shots, what I'm going to ask is that you hit 7 in a row where you can see that you didn't let the club flip open at the end of the backswing, then hit each successive ball without hitting its neighbor, and hit 7 in a row with, again, the proper posture and the follow-through, holding the shaft looking up under the left armpit.